Hey guys, Brian here, and today I'm going to be talking on the topic of Call of Duty World War II not being realistic. Now, I'm playing here Call of Duty Finest Hour, which is a Call of Duty based in World War II, right? Specifically, every front, well, at least the Eastern, Western, and North Africa, and what else? Yeah. Eastern, Western, and North African fronts. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about whether Call of Duty World War II, is it realistic? No, and about the people that shit on the game for not being realistic. So I'm not saying Call of Duty has no faults. Like, honestly, I wish they would have focused more on the other fronts. I wish they would have had a Soviet campaign, for example, like they did here, or in War at War. But anyway, that being said, a lot of people have been shooting on Call of Duty because, one, it's not realistic, or you don't get to play as the Nazis, or feminism and SJWs, or hell, even vehicle and gear and nitpick. So I'm going to be doing a live commentary, so that's why I'm not moving as much right now, trying to figure out my guns as slow as I can. But now, on the first one, is a lot of people shooting on it because it's realistic, right? But I call bullshit on that because Call of Duty has never, at least other than graphics-wise, they've never called themselves realistic. They haven't been too far-fetched from reality, you know. They're not realistic, but they're not like complete Cloud Cuckoo Lander when it comes to their games. Like even in their distant future games, like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3, they've never been outright unrealistic. Like, everything's based off on something that's currently in present day. You could see interviews with devs on this one. For example, millimeter scanner is based on the millimeter scanner, but let's say the sniper rifle that travels through walls, that was based on this little bear. That was based on the Metal Storm weapon system that's currently in use. So we know they've never been too far-fetched from reality, and they're not supposed to be a full-blown simulator. Battlefield 1, on the other hand, it gets lots of praise when 3/4 of its team is running around in SMGs, but it's claimed as realistic. Now, I'm not saying Battlefield 1 is a bad game. It looks pretty. I think it can be pretty fun, but I'm just saying, why is it that Battlefield 1 can get a free pass for its stuff, while Call of Duty, just being a Call of Duty game, honestly, gets a lot of flack for it. See what I did there? But anyway, also, these people are so full of shit sometimes, I swear, and they're anti-fun. For example, they praise the Tiger tank, saying that it's an invincible tank and nothing could ever destroy it, even though history tells us that it really wasn't. But then they get a fucking tantrum when they see the Tiger tank getting destroyed in the media, claiming that it was SJWs, or, I mean, not even that. They claim it was American or Russian propaganda, right? And when it was even lucky to be able to move across bridges or get the vehicle started, right? I know for example, I thought the B-17G, the ball turret gunner, was pretty fun, but I go to the comment section on a video, and I just fucked up there. I go to the comment section on a video because I wasn't seeing the whole COD World War II gameplay live, so I looked up a video of it, and the first thing I saw, instead of people saying, hey, this shit's pretty fun, they were all bitching, well, the B-17 was never supposed to be like that. What? Germans using the 50 caliber? Okay, they could have used a WW2 for that, even though I don't think it has a bottom-facing gunner, but what I'm saying is that, sorry, I'm distracted, what I'm saying is that it's fun. It's not supposed to be like utter realism, and this is coming from a guy who really loves his tanks and planes. Like, I love playing stuff like IL-2 or War Thunder or some other sims, but hell, I enjoy just having a good time. Like hell, that looks pretty fun to me. You know, being able to use ball turret as an AC-130 type, which was actually, I think it was supposed to be like a World War II replacement for the chopper gunner, actually, but still, I think it's pretty fun. But anyway, suddenly, in the comment section of that B-17 video, you got B-17 experts and designers there saying how it was never meant for that. But anyway, Next, the ones that think Nazis are really cool and that you should play as them and in the campaign crowd. Now, usually these are the same people that say that they won't play the game because there's no swastikas in there. And to be honest, I don't have a strong argument for this because, well, Call of Duty has had swastikas in the past and other games. So honestly, I don't have a strong argument for this. But you know, I just want people to be understanding that people other than the U.S. have been affected by Nazis, and maybe to them, they're just in more hurt, or maybe there's more healing time. Even though I know it's been a long time, but I'm just saying maybe those other people just really don't want to see a swastika, and you know that's why I say this one has more of a weak argument because there's been swastikas before in games, right? But from the game, for the Nazis in a gameplay perspective, like putting them in campaign. Now, remember that the Nazis weren't just a German army or German military. It was also a political ideology. And playing as them, it would be kind of fun, maybe. I don't know. I mean, sure, playing as the Nazis heading towards Stalingrad would be fun. Slaughtering Soviets and then getting massacred yourself when you're trying to retreat. But, hey, when other games have tried to make you play as a bad guy, or let you play as a bad guy, let's say Medal of Honor, the new ones. Oh, well, that's the grenade button. It hasn't gone well for them. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Medal of Honor, the first one got a lot of shit because you got to play as a Taliban in a multiplayer, right? And a lot of people were crying, saying, "Oh, this is disrespectful" and stuff. Then in Warfighter, when you got to play as the terrorists in actual single player for a mission, there was a lot of shit too. And it got Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, I like the game, but I know it wasn't honestly the best game. But still, it got a lot of flack for that. It got a bad publicity, which, you know, every publicity is good publicity. Not really. But, it got a lot of bad shit because you got to play as a bad guy. And I think World War II, COD World War II doesn't want to go down that same route. And that's the grenade button again. Oh, shit. And they don't want to, you know, fail because of that. So then the feminism and SJW crowd, holy shit. That's the third one. I won't even talk much because that's honestly for another video, right? But basically they're mad because of stuff like no swastikas and female black Nazis in World War II, which, okay, that's understandable, but the thing is, then they bitch and moan about safe spaces, how the Jews and the feminists have taken over the world, and then they get in the circle jerk in the comments section. Like, literally, every comment section is talking about, oh, women, yeah, they should have stayed in the kitchen, and you know, that may be pretty funny, but the thing is, they're ruining the comment section for literally every fucking video game, and I think I just lost. Yeah. But for every game, not just Call of Duty, if there's even a woman playing like a character part, they start getting mad and like throwing this tantrum, and you know, I hate extreme SJWs and feminists just as much as anybody. Like, I think everybody who's saying hates those that like humongous slut type of people, but it's gotten to the point where they're becoming the anti-SJWs and feminists are becoming like the SJWs because they want their safe spaces. I died again. They want their safe spaces. They're in every damn video talking about their thing. These are the guys that spew, oh, this is cringe. Oh, my feminism is taking over, and they're in the comments for any video game at this point. Finally, yes, there was a small percentage of women who fought in World War II in the Western Front. Don't get me wrong, that's historically inaccurate. But you know what? So was the inclusion of Panthers and Tiger tanks. Most of the time, you'll be fighting off against, oh well, the American soldiers, or not even American soldiers. The Allied forces would be fighting off against Panther 3s or 4s, not Tigers and Panthers. So face off against a Martyr instead. So finally, it was a gear nitpicked. Just remember, this is a game. It has a game with competitive side too, and stuff like that has to be balanced to be fun. Hence why stuff like the Ju-87 Stuka, it has a really fast firing 37mm cannon. So remember, fun trumps realism in this case because the realism that's being isn't really altering the course of war. It's not forgetting why we fought the war. It's not forgetting any of this. It's just a balance factor. So like the Thompson I have here, maybe it didn't have this recoil pattern, but I guess to balance it so that people would find a reason to use the Garand over the Thompson, you know. So, anyways, guys, I think that's the end of this video. I can't find anything else to really talk about. This was a little rant video and maybe explanation. If anyone chooses to see it, finally, yeah. Yeah, this is fun. Really, is this the finest hour? So that was my little rant. Hope you guys liked the video and enjoyed. So I'll see you guys later. Good night, good day, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.